Hey guys, today I'm going to do a video about basically discussing the Dragon Ball Super arc so far, the Resurrection of F and Battle of Gods arc, and kind of giving a little bit of a comparison towards the movies. So to quickly start, there will be spoilers here for both the movies and the arcs, so if you haven't seen it and you don't know what happens, then I suggest that you either skip through this video to bits that aren't spoilers or just leave it out entirely. Up to you. So to those of you that are left, thanks for staying. I just want to start off by saying that the arcs on the movies are incredibly similar. There were points whilst the episodes were coming out that I thought there might be more changes in the series. For example, as I said before, spoilers, Ginyu does show up in the Resurrection of F arc in Dragon Ball Super, and he doesn't in the movie. The little Ginyu frog shows up and takes Tagoma's body, which is one of Frieza's soldiers. That's quite powerful. And like I said, that didn't happen in the movie. So when I saw that, I thought there might be a little change, or maybe there might be a few changes coming our way in the series. But in the back of my mind, I always assumed that we wouldn't be getting many changes, and it's kind of a shame really, because I mean we've got the movies, so to just repeat exactly what happens is quite boring, especially when you've seen the movies like I have now. Because you want to see new stuff really. If I want to watch Resurrection of F, I'll just watch the movie. I mean, it's nice that we've got the Arc 2 to choose from at this point, because both the Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F arcs are finished at this point in Dragon Ball Super, so it's nice to have a choice to choose from, whether you want you know, like an hour-long version for the movie, or whether you want, say, 10-20 episodes dragged out to watch the arc instead of the movie. Then it's nice that you've got the choice. But I'd like to see at least a few more differences. There are some differences, like I said, and I'll get into some of them now. So there weren't too many changes, like I said before. Off the top of my head, like I've already mentioned, Ginyu showed up. He took Tagoma's body, but he was later killed by Vegeta, and he didn't make much impact on the arc as a whole after he was killed. He just kind of showed up. I think he broke off Piccolo's arm. I wasn't sure whether that was Tagoma or after Ginyu had taken off his body, but that was definitely different. Shishami was killed, one of Frieza's soldiers, very early on compared to how he was in the movie, really. And he didn't do as much in the arc as he did in the movie. Keeping with Tagoma, he was killed almost immediately after Frieza was revived in the movie, whereas, like I said before, in the arc, he had a much bigger role, and Ginyu took up his body, and he kind of lost it again later, because Vegeta killed him. But after Tagoma died, there wasn't any changes really in the Resurrection of F saga, or arc. Pretty much as in the movie, Goku fights Frieza. They both transform into their new evolutionary forms, their kind of god forms. Goku loses, really. He gets shot through the heart by the little blue toad guy, Sorbet. And then Vegeta has to save the day. He shows up. He accidentally kills Sorbet in both the movie and the arc. In the arc, a beam, and in the movie, a blast deflected by Vegeta from Frieza that he got shot at by Frieza. And then Vegeta transforms and fucks up Frieza. Frieza blows up the Earth, Whis sends back time, Goku has to step in and kill Frieza before he can blow up the Earth again. So that's about it really. After Tagoma shows up, there aren't any changes in the arc compared to the movie. And that's kind of when shit starts getting serious at that point, so there isn't that much of a difference. Also, Gotenks shows up for literally 1 second. He doesn't show up at all. Not literally 1 second, you can probably understand that, but he's not there at all. He headbutts Tagoma in the balls, and that's it. he enthuses at that point. It was really cool to see Frieza recognise the two kids, Trunks and Goten, as Goku and future Trunks. But other than that, it didn't affect the series again, like I said. In any way really, Frieza didn't go after them, try to kill them or anything, so it wasn't much of a change there. And one big change in the resurrection of F Saga, or arc, in the Super series, that I thought was going to have a much bigger change of plot than the movie, was when Piccolo got killed by Frieza. I thought that would be a much bigger point. Like, for example, I thought Gohan might go mental and, actually put up a fight against Frieza, similar to how Vegeta did against Beerus in Battle of Gods when Bulma got hit and he went crazy and at least put up a fight against Beerus, even though Beerus let him sit, but it was still cool to see, and I would like to see something like that with Gohan. Even if he would have tried to hit Frieza and missed, and Frieza just knocks him out, that's still better than what he actually did, which was powering up, and then he's so weak he can't power up anymore, and he kind of faints, he collapses. So yeah, there's small changes that could have been made that would have distinguished both of them and made them kind of separate, and would have improved the arc in my opinion. And also the death of Piccolo I thought would have had a bigger impact than it did, because I didn't think that literally after Frieza was killed in the last episode that we wouldn't even see the Dragon Balls being assembled, we wouldn't see the dragon, we wouldn't even see the wish being granted, we wouldn't see Piccolo come back to life. He just goes from being dead to alive and at a party. Yeah, I kind of understand that they're trying to skip what they believe to be the boring bits to get to the next episode where things genuinely get different, where we see Champa and Vados, yeah, shit starts getting different, but I'd still like to see all that stuff. And to get to Battle of Gods, there weren't many changes there either. The setting was different, it was on a boat this time. The fights were a bit longer that the Z fighters had against Beerus before Goku showed up. Before that there weren't many changes, after that there weren't many changes either. The fight against Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus was a bit different, but overall it wasn't really different at all. The only things I can think of that were a bit different were Beerus kind of stabbed Goku with his hand, but Goku came back straight away, so it didn't have a big impact at all really. And at the end of the arc, Beerus fell asleep before blowing up Earth. I'm not sure if it's faking or not, but that was still different to what actually happened in the movie, where Beerus said he's going to destroy Earth and destroys like a rock, which I thought was better. So that's about it from me. I just want to quickly say that there are differences in both slightly, but they're pretty much the same thing. So if you want a longer version, watch the series. If you want a shorter version, then watch the movies. As simple as that. You can pick, you don't have to watch one, you can pick whichever one you want. So that's it from me, and I'm looking forward to the next arc because it's brand new and we won't have to worry about watching the same stuff again that we've seen before. So thanks for watching, see you later, goodbye.